So let's go back to what we were saying again.
So yeah, looking at the in terms of skills, so you'd start to research. So you'd be researching what does it take to be a writer. You know, do some primary research, secondary research, read some books. There's obviously loads of sources online on that. But what's also important is not just that you list these skills. Talk about, like, reflect back to yourself. Have you got some of those skills? If so, how did you get them? Did you do a project and you wrote the script on it, or did you do an article? If you have not got some of those skills, then you can even say, okay, now's my time to achieve them through my FMP or through meeting up with this writer who was going to advise me on this, that, you know?
Yeah.
In terms of portfolio, have you thought about that? Or I know you said you looked at some websites.
Yeah, I looked at a website. I can't remember her name now because I haven't seen it in a long time. But it had like scripts that she's written, thought she's written. It had like novellas, bits of poetry as well that she's written. So that's what convinced me that there was a big, broad spectrum of writing that you'd be involved in. You wouldn't necessarily just write scripts for a living.
Yeah.
You'd engage in other forms of writing if you wanted to be successful.
Okay.
But the thing is, a lot of screenwriters have multiple fields they work in writing, but sometimes not just in writing. Like Tim Burton has also written scripts. Tarantino has written scripts. Tarantino especially has written scripts, and I believe Lucas has as well. Although I'm not too entirely certain on that. But a lot of these big people, be they producers, be they directors, tend to get involved in the script writing process as well. Sometimes it's written by multiple people.
So in terms of your own portfolio, are you thinking of doing a website as well?
I would love to do a website, yeah.
Have you started it, or have you thought about how you'd go about making it?
Well, for CW2, I'm going to work with Wix. Because I remember I had to get the extension on that. But because it was Wix, I've used it before, but that was in the first year. I'm trying to use it again. If that's successful there, I could probably take that skill over and use it for that. If that's considered professional, I'd use Wix.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's a site builder, so you can use it, but it depends on whether you want your own domain, which you can purchase externally and transfer it.
I think maybe I'd wait until I was a bit more well known to have my own domain.
Yeah, well, you could still have a domain, but obviously with the Wix one, you'd have .wix at the end of it. I think.
Is that not considered like professional? With producers,
no,
like look at that and say no.
No, it's not that. I'm just saying in terms of in the future if you wanted to do that. Yeah, obviously, because some people you can get it now because it's quite cheap as well. Anyway.
One thing I've been working on for ideas like of writing, it's difficult because I know because like one of the ideas I had for like a possible interview would be producers, because like writers who submit these scripts or submit these stories need to know what their producer's looking for, because I have a script writing book that definitely suggests doing that. Find the producer who has produced stuff like you've done. And know who you're sending it to.
Yeah, exactly, and that leads to the whole 10 professional contacts. So as well as, I know you said you were looking for writers, the 10 contacts can be anyone within that spectrum, because I mean, technically, you would be working with them in the future, or they might offer an opportunity. If you know what I mean.
It's the producers who take your script.
So have you got any contacts in that? Have you spoken to anyone? Have you bumped into anyone?
Attempted to. We had contact with Stephen. He knows somebody, but she's been ill and hasn't been able to get any replies from her. So I'll try and catch up with Stephen again this week.
Yeah, I mean, he seems to be your...
Producers are harder, for what I've experienced, they're a little harder to track down.
I think, where are you going?
Or maybe I'm just looking in the wrong places.
Yeah, I mean, people you know as well is fine, but you can even, use places like LinkedIn and things. If you don't have, if you haven't got any contacts yet, you can use that to meet.
One thing I've been really worried about is writing emails in a way that's professional, because I don't want to just write a poorly worded email and just get completely shut down. Well, that's one thing I've been really concerned about, is writing the correct phrasing, the correct presentation, how I present myself to them, so that they will be willing to reply to me if they reply at all. Yeah,
it doesn't have to be really amazing or anything, but it's just something. If you want to approach a producer, for example,
I've convinced myself,
and you want to gain a contact, you can go ahead and say, "Oh, look, hi, my name is
one problem I think I have is that I've convinced myself that I need to be a very specific way of writing an email.
Well, there's no right or wrong way of writing it, but you can just approach it in the sense like, look, I'm a student here, and I'd just like to ask a few questions.
Yeah.
Just to gain some advice, and that could lead another whole conversation. Ask them a few questions about how did they get into writing or producing, basically a bit of their journey to where they are now. Did they go to university? Did they study, I don't know, and do an MA? Do they start up in a production company? Ask them a few questions on that, and most likely, some of the times you do get a response back, and because they quite like it when you ask them questions about their career. And obviously, if they do reply, then you've got that contact, and you could say if there are any opportunities, do keep me in mind. And now you've got their email, and you try and keep that conversation flowing. You never know where that could lead to.
Would their replies count as one of the 10?
Yeah, well, if you sort of build up that email conversation, then yeah. Because essentially they might even end up offering you like an opportunity or something.
You don't necessarily have to meet them in person.
No, because if you know someone abroad,
a
writer abroad, that still you possibly have to do projects with, that still counts as a,
I think.
But it can't just be like 10 people you just emailed or.
No. It has to be a professional.
Yeah.
Because one thing I've got is, I think I've convinced myself I can't reach beyond my boundaries as well. I don't know why I'm like that.
No, I don't know if I mean, everyone's.
Partially because of Asperger's syndrome, I don't know. But yeah, definitely.
Don't be afraid to send those emails.
Yeah,
I mean,
confidence
I did that.
has been a problem as well.
Like, a few I didn't get a response back, but I didn't really lose anything,
Yeah.
A few I did, and I didn't think I'd get a response, and I got quite a chunky email back, surprisingly. So, just have a bit of faith.
Yeah, self-belief.
Yeah.
That's one thing I've been lacking, actually, self-belief. It's one thing that I think that's been holding me back throughout the third year now I think about it. Especially in regards to 360 and 305, lack of self-belief. But I don't know how to combat it, because I'm not a psychiatrist, so I don't know what to do about it. I mean, you're going to health and well-being.
You seem to be sort of on the ball with this. You seem to know what you're
on
doing.
The ball, but it's the confidence to see it through is really lacking, unfortunately.
Well, you've got the right sort of mindset, and you know what you're doing. You just need to put it into practice and chase up those contacts that you have.
Yeah.
And it does say to show evidence. So if you email them or if you speak to what's his name? Sorry, Stephen.
Stephen Dawkins.
No, the contact you said.
I was taught that wasn't Stephen. His name's not Stephen. I forgot his name, but he's based in the Midlands.
Yeah, but
Stephen knows him.
Mm-hmm.
And we had his contact information on I bookmarked his contact information, so I can only send an email to him. That's why I was going to speak with Deborah today, because I'm going to help her at this time actually.
2:45.
No, 3:30 is when I'm going. That's when I'm going, and we've got this. I plan to send a lot of emails off today, because I've still got to do because I'll concentrate on CW2 for like this week and next, and then.
Well, with this module, it's like when just keep writing and reflecting as you keep going, because even these email conversations or telephone conversations you've had with this person, you can still put on there, and you can come back to that blog, put an update, and put, okay, I've finally reached him, and he said we're going to meet you up next week. Things like that, just to show that you're putting the effort in and you're trying to get that contact.
Yeah.
That's all part of the submission, because you're going to have to do that when you finish here.
Yeah. So do you believe it's feasible in 3 months to get the 10 people?
Yeah, why not?
Because as soon as the CW2 is out of the way, I'll have those 3 months entirely to work on both there and my final major project as well. It seems like those two probably will be quite intertwined as well.
Yeah, because even if you do research on the other project or what are you thinking of doing?
My final major project, I say. The idea is a documentary, sort of in the style of Michael Moore, based around the cosplayers.
Okay.
It's sort of like the motivational factors, and what drives them to do these kind of things. It's the subculture, but it's also the drive. It's like It's hard to describe. I'm bad
Yeah,
at really
it's fine,
describing.
but
I'm bad at describing words.
But yeah, in terms of that, even the research you do on that, or sometimes you might meet subjects who could lead to further opportunities. That could lead into this module as well. So they are intertwined, you know.
Yeah.
You can talk about what you've done that on this module as well, just showing that you have done research skills and you've done budgeting.
Yeah.
Or production. Yeah.
Budgeting documentaries is interesting because one thing I've found is that documentaries don't really have. How do I describe it? They don't book places. They sort of go to where the person is, usually on their own private residence or someplace where they work.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking about the logistic element of that, because would you risk assess a place that's like an everyday place for a documentary? It's not like you're filming something there.
You risk assess every place.
Every place. But the problem is, with documentary, you don't always get an opportunity to sort of go to the place before you meet them.
Yeah.
That's a bit of a problem.
But if you speak to your subjects and ask them about where they are and based, then, you know.
How many memory have we gone here? Oh. So ask them about the place where they want to go, then risk assess it then. It's
good to always see the place as well before, but obviously if you can't, then maybe they could even send us some pictures and things.
Yeah.
It's good to give a good day also for filming, so you can, because if you've not seen it, you don't know where you're going to film.
Yeah.
Or if it's like an observational film, then you just have to like go with the flow kind of thing.
Yeah.
You can't really set up like you would a feature film.
Well, we're from a Primary Pro, also planning to do apply for a press pass for March's MCM Birmingham Comic Con, which is a big convention. If you get a press pass, you're allowed to record with the cosplayers and put it for commercial use.
Okay.
Because we have the I'm fairly certain mine would count as commercial, wouldn't it? Our work would count as commercial for the What's what I'm looking
well, would
for?
it be commercial if you're not really
selling it? Karen did say it's meant to be broadcast worthy, great work.
Yeah.
I know it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be broadcast on television, but I think wasn't yours broadcast somewhere?
No, not on television. No, but you did win the award in the television award. Yeah.
Whereas, so it's not technically going to be broadcast on television, but it has to be worthy. But
still,
yeah.
Because you could even enter it through film festivals where it would be screened and
so things. It could count as a press worthy element. Because with the press pass, you don't have to ask consent from the cosplayers. If you stop them, you tell them.
Okay, that's
if they say no, fair enough. If they say yes, then you've got your permission. Yeah, you're allowed.
How much is the actual pass?
I don't know, because it was just recently mentioned to me by a friend.
So
and I'm not sure if they're opening to sell them yet, or if they sell them at all.
Maybe do some research around it and see how much it is, and maybe that could be put into your budget. Plans. Because if you do get access to that would be really good.
One question about budget is: if you already own if you already own the equipment, would you give a price the equipment was worth still for you part of your budget? Because I tend to use a lot of my own equipment.
No, but you would put price for insurance to take, or if you take any extra crew.
Insurance, extra crew.
Travelling. So even if you go in the car, petrol, transport, all
train.
Train. Sorry.
I don't own a car, so.
Yeah. Train tickets, or you always add a leeway to it as well, because you never know if something is cancelled, you have to buy something else. Food. If you have crew and you're paying them, little things like that, or
paying them would have to be minimum wage, wouldn't it, per hour? Or
depends on your budget and who you want to take on.
Well, so it could just be sort of a one-time payment kind of thing.
It depends on, again, it's just sort of a student production. So would you be taking students?
I probably would be taking students if I brought them at all. I prefer to bring somebody, because it's better to have a camera that's actually moving as opposed to a camera that's sitting still.
Yeah. Obviously, so to have some movement in. It depends if you're going to try and raise some money, or.
I'd rather pay it out my own way.
Because if you are trying to raise money, it kind of depends on how much you raise, and then you could, whatever's left, divide that to the crew, you know?
Yeah.
But at least they're getting something rather than nothing.
Yeah.
But in the end, I mean, if they're students, you could help them out on their projects and vice versa. So
Yeah.
you're just like swapping skills.
See,
So
you help me, I help you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
Because I can feasibly pay everything I'm doing, because paying the other students might be on the wall, but as you say, with the favours, I can repay them some other fashion.
Yeah. Especially, I mean,
for the paperwork,
projects.
you can say they're entitled to this much.
Yeah.
Just for the sake of paperwork.
Yeah. So in terms of this, back to this module, so do you feel a bit more?
I feel a bit more.
Understand a bit more about what you have to do. I think just keep reflecting on what you've done and who you're speaking to.
I didn't think it was. I was starting to think it wasn't going to be possible because I was, struggling a lot with my other work. I thought, oh dear, I'm not going to be able to. Now I've spoken to you, it's a lot more.
Yeah, because you're already speaking to the people and you're already trying to gain that contact.
Just that we kept hitting setbacks. And then other people have already met. I picked a lot of other people have already met their people. I'm thinking what? Well, just kept getting hit with setback after setback.
Even the websites that you've been looking at, blog about them and talk about them. You were saying that there's so many different skills on the sites and services, if you like. You could compare them and use them as inspiration to create your own.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for your time.
Okay, no, thank you. Hope that's been helpful. If you've got any questions, then